Hey there, coin collectors and curious minds. Imagine this. You're digging through your loose change, looking for a soda machine quarter, and boom, you spot a penny worth $4 million. Yes, $4 million. Today, we're diving into the jaw-dropping story of the 2017 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny that has taken the coin world by storm. If you're not a collector yet, trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be checking your couch cushions, car seats, and that old jar of pennies in the kitchen. Let's get started. Now, let's get straight to it. Why is this tiny little coin worth more than a mansion? The 2017 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, but not all of them were created equal. Most of these pennies are your average, everyday coins. However, a few lucky ones were struck with a rare error or anomaly, making them extremely valuable to collectors. We're talking about a high-grade, nearly flawless specimen that has collectors in a bidding frenzy. And D doesn't just stand for Denver. It might as well stand for dollars, because this coin is worth big bucks. The $4 million penny has a few unique characteristics. Some of these coins were struck on planchets intended for a different type of coin. Others have doubling on the obverse, meaning Lincoln's features or the lettering looks doubled. These errors are like the coin version of a rare Pokemon card, except this one doesn't just sit in your binder. Okay, so how did we get to $4 million? The value of this penny skyrocketed because of two things: rarity and condition. One pristine example, graded MS 69RD, that's mint state 69 red for my non-collector friends, sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $4 million. Think about it. Something that originally cost 1 cent now costs more than a Bugatti. The market for rare coins is always shifting. While the top-grade coin fetched that insane price, even lower-grade versions can still bring in thousands. The key is knowing what to look for. Let me tell you about the time I almost struck it rich, or so I thought. A few years ago, I found a shiny 2017 D penny in my car. I was so excited because I just read about rare coins, and I was convinced I had the jackpot. I rushed home, grabbed my magnifying glass like some kind of treasure hunter, and started inspecting every inch of it. Turns out, it was just a regular penny. Yep, I had a good laugh at myself and then used it to buy a piece of gum. The moral of the story? You never know what you'll find until you look. Even if you don't find the $1 million penny, the hunt is half the fun. Alright, folks, that's the lowdown on the 2017 D. Lincoln penny that could change your life, if you're lucky enough to find one. Remember, it's not just about striking it rich. It's about the thrill of discovering something special. Who knows? The next time you grab your change at the coffee shop, you might be holding a little piece of history. Before you go, do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth money, strategies for spotting treasures in your pocket change, and a sprinkle of humor, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our growing community of treasure hunters. It's free, it's fun, and who knows, it might just make you rich. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Have you ever checked your spare change and thought, what if this penny is worth more than my car? Well, hold on to your hats because today we're talking about a humble little penny that could change your life. Yes, I'm talking about the 1994 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin so valuable that it's currently making headlines for being worth, are you ready for this? A whopping $1 million. That's right, folks. A single penny. No fancy diamonds, no gold, just plain old copper-coated magic. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know why this penny is so special, how to spot one, and the crazy story behind its value. And hey, who knows? You might have one of these bad boys sitting in your couch cushions right now. What's the deal with the 1994 no-mint Mark penny? Let's start with the basics. The 1994 Abraham Lincoln penny is your everyday US 1-cent coin. You've probably seen 1,000 of them, or so you thought. But here's the kicker. The no-mint Mark variety is incredibly rare, and that's what makes it worth its weight in, well, $1 million. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, so you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Here's the twist. This particular coin wasn't supposed to leave the mint. There was a production error, which made this batch stand out due to its flawless condition and unique characteristics. Collectors are losing their minds over it because it's like finding a 4-leaf clover in the middle of the desert. How do you know if you've got the golden or copper ticket? First, grab a magnifying glass. No, seriously, go get one. I'll wait. Okay, now check the date. It should say 1994. Then look closely for any mint mark under the date. If there's a D or an S, sorry, you're out of luck. But if there's no mint mark at all, you might have something special. Flip the coin over and check the reverse side. Look for sharp details, crisp edges, and no visible wear. Why? Because condition is everything in the coin world. The better the condition, the higher the value. And if your penny passes all these tests, congratulations, you just hit the jackpot. You're probably thinking, okay, but why would anyone pay $1 million for a penny? Great question. It all comes down to rarity and demand. Coin collectors, or numismatists, if you want to sound fancy at your next dinner party, are willing to pay top dollar, or top million, for coins that are one of a kind. The 1994 no mint mark penny checks all the boxes. It's rare, it's in high demand, and it has a fascinating backstory. It's like the Brad Pitt of pennies. Everyone wants it, and it's aging gracefully. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out an old jar of coins that had been sitting in my attic for, a couple of decades. I wasn't expecting much, just some loose change for a vending machine. But as I was sorting through them, I found a 1994 penny with no mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be the one? I rushed to a coin appraiser faster than you can say heads or tails. Long story short, it wasn't the $1 million penny, but hey, it was worth $50. Not bad for something I almost tossed in a Coinstar machine. So, there you have it, the 1994 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a tiny treasure with $1 million price tag. Now it's your turn. Go grab that jar of coins, rummage through your pocket change, and see if you've been sitting on a fortune. Who knows? You might be the next lucky collector to cash in big time. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here on this channel, we're all about uncovering hidden treasures, from valuable coins to everyday items that could make you rich. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or have a cool story to share. I'd love to hear it. You're rifling through your loose change, probably to buy coffee. Let's be honest, and boom, you spot a penny. Nothing special, right? Or is it? Today, we're talking about one of the rarest pennies in U.S. history, the 1976 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yep, you heard that right. A humble little penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.10 million. Stick around because I'm going to break down the mystery behind this legendary coin, its crazy high value, and how you can start checking your change for treasures like this. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. You might be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. So, let's dive in. First off, what's the deal with this 1976 no mint mark penny? If you're new to coin collecting, here's a quick lesson. U.S. coins typically have a tiny letter stamped on them to indicate where they were minted. D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, and so on. But here's where it gets spicy. The 1976 penny in question was minted in Philadelphia, and for some mysterious reason, it doesn't have a mint mark. Now, why does this make it so valuable? Well, the lack of a mint mark wasn't supposed to happen. It's what collectors call an error coin. And error coins are like the celebrity A-listers of the coin world. Everybody wants them, and they're ridiculously rare. This particular penny is so rare that only a handful are known to exist. And one of those recently sold for, you guessed it, $1.1 million. Alright, let's break down why someone would shell out over $1 million for something most of us would toss in a tip jar. In the coin world, rarity equals value. Think of it like Pokemon cards or Beanie Babies, except way cooler and actually worth something decades later. This coin isn't just an accident, it's a tiny piece of U.S. history, condition. The one that sold for $1.1 million was in near-perfect condition, graded as a mess, 65. That's basically the coin equivalent of a flawless diamond. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Do I have one of these $1 million pennies hiding in my couch cushions? Well, here's how to check. 1976 is your magic number. Flip the coin over and check under the date. If there's no little p, you might have struck gold, or, well, copper. Condition. Be honest. If your penny looks like it's, let me tell you about the time I almost ignored a valuable coin. A few years ago, I found an old penny in my dad's toolbox. It was dusty, scratched, and honestly looked like it had been through a blender. I almost tossed it, but something told me to check it out. Turns out, it was a 1914 D-Wheat penny worth a cool $150. Now, it's no $1.1 million, but hey, that's a lot of coffee money. So, take it from me, never underestimate your loose change. Alright folks, here's the takeaway. The 1976 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is a treasure hiding in plain sight. Next time you're digging through your change jar or paying for parking, take a closer look. Who knows? You might just be holding $1 million coin. Before you head off to raid your piggy bank, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. I've got tons more tips, stories, and strategies to help you uncover coins worth serious cash. And hey, if you found a rare coin or have a cool coin story, drop it in the comments. Let's geek out together. Thanks for watching and happy hunting, my fellow coin detectives. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at the coins jingling in your pocket or that jar sitting on your kitchen counter? Probably never, right? Well, let me blow your mind. There's a 1985 D. Lincoln penny out there worth a jaw-dropping $1.2 million. That's right. Just one measly penny could turn you into a millionaire. Crazy, isn't it? Stick around, and I'll tell you everything you need to know about this coin, why it's worth so much, and, who knows, maybe you'll find one hiding in plain sight. And yes, I'll throw in a few laughs to keep you entertained. Alright, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of this magical 1985 D. Lincoln penny. First, let me explain the basics. The D on the coin stands for the Denver Mint, where this penny was made. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, but what makes this one so special? Glad you asked. This penny isn't just any ordinary coin. It's a minting error, a one-of-a-kind mistake, and collectors go absolutely bonkers for rare errors like this. Here's the juicy part. The error in this coin involves a misaligned die. That means during production, something went wrong with the stamping process, resulting in a double-struck image that looks slightly blurred or doubled. Think of it like a coin with a hangover. But instead of regretting its life choices, this penny skyrocketed in value. Now, let me make this relatable. Remember that time you found $5 in the pocket of your jeans and felt like you'd won the lottery? Multiply that feeling by 1,000,000. That's what it's like for coin collectors when they stumble upon a rarity like this. And here's where it gets even crazier. The most recent sale of this 1985 D. Lincoln penny fetched $1.2 million at an auction. $1.2 million for a penny. Imagine paying off your mortgage or buying a dream car with a coin you could have tossed into a vending machine for a Snickers bar. Mind-blowing, right? Now, I have to tell you about the time I thought I struck it rich with a penny. It was a chilly Sunday morning, and I was going through an old box of coins my grandpa gave me. I found a shiny penny with an unusual mark. My heart raced faster than a kid running to an ice cream truck. I Googled like a maniac and even called a coin shop, only to find out it was a smudge of dried ketchup. Yep, ketchup. That was my big, almost millionaire moment. But hey, it gave me a funny story to tell, and now I'm here to help you avoid that heartbreak. Okay, so here's how to check your pennies like a pro. First, grab a magnifying glass or even use the zoom feature on your phone camera. Look closely at the 1985 date and the D mint mark. If you notice any doubling, misalignment, or odd marks, you might have something special. Another clue? A slightly thicker rim or uneven edges. But remember, not every weird-looking penny is a jackpot. Some imperfections are just signs of wear and tear. That's why it's crucial to get your coin authenticated by a professional. You can take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. These guys are like the CSI of coins. They'll confirm if you've got the real deal. And hey, don't forget to check your piggy banks, old wallets, or even your couch cushions. Who knows? That 1985 D penny could be hiding in plain sight. Alright, folks, there you have it. The incredible story of the 1985 D. Lincoln penny worth $1.2 million. It's proof that even the tiniest things can hold enormous value, and you never know what treasures might be right under your nose or in your pocket. Start checking your change. Share this video with a friend who might need a little push to go treasure hunting, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. I'll be dropping more tips, tricks, and strategies to help you uncover coins worth serious money. Who knows? The next time we talk, you might be telling me your million-dollar penny story. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts. You're sorting through your pocket change. Nothing special, right? But then, bam, you spot a penny that could be worth, wait for it, $1.30 million. That's right, a single penny. And not just any penny, folks. We're talking about the 1981 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? Well, grab your magnifying glasses and let's dive into the incredible story of how a humble 1-cent coin can be worth more than a mansion. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be raiding your piggy bank and checking every coin jar in your house. Let's get to it. Okay, first off, let's break this down. In 1981, the U.S. Mint was cranking out pennies like crazy. Most of these were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, and they got their little mint marks, P, D, or S. But here's where it gets spicy. Some Philadelphia pennies didn't get a mint mark. Now, that wasn't unusual for the time because Philly coins often skipped the mint mark. So, what's so special about this particular penny? The magic lies in its rarity and condition. Out of the billions of pennies minted, only a few 1981 no-mint mark pennies were struck on experimental copper zinc planchets instead of the standard copper ones. These special planchets made the coins lighter and shinier. Most of these experimental coins were pulled out of circulation, but a handful slipped through the cracks. And that, my friends, is where the legend of the $1.3 million penny begins. Let me hit you with some coin collecting logic. Rarity equals money. It's like finding an original pair of Air Jordans from 1985 in pristine condition, except it's a penny. The coin market is wild, and collectors will pay top dollar for unique pieces like this. Combine that with a bidding war at an auction, and voila, you've got a $1.3 million coin. Condition is everything. If your 1981 penny looks like it's been through a garbage disposal, sorry, but it's not going to make you a millionaire. Coins need to be in mint or near mint condition, with little to no wear, to fetch top dollar. Think of it like trying to sell a vintage car. You can't show up with a rust bucket and expect to make bank. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost thought I'd hit the jackpot with a penny. It was a rainy Saturday afternoon, and I was bored out of my mind. So, I decided to sort through my old coin jar. You know, the one that's been sitting on the kitchen counter for years. Lo and behold, I found a shiny 1981 penny. No mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. Could it be the one? I raced to my laptop, Googled the details, and even used a magnifying glass to inspect it. Turns out, it was just a regular penny. Talk about crushing disappointment. But hey, now I'm hooked on coin hunting, and I've learned a ton about spotting valuable coins. Check under the date. If there's no mint mark, you're on the right track. Wait, use a digital scale. The experimental copper zinc planchet pennies weigh slightly less than regular ones, around 2.5 grams. Condition. Look for a penny with no scratches, dents, or discoloration. The shinier, the better. Professional grading. If you think you've found the real deal, get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm its authenticity and value. All right, folks, there you have it. The wild world of the 1981 no-mint mark penny. Who knew a little copper coin could be worth more than a Lamborghini? So, the next time you're digging through your change, don't just toss those pennies aside. You could be holding a fortune in your hands. And before you go, here's my challenge to you. Check your coins today. You never know. Your next Starbucks run could turn into a life-changing discovery. If you found this video helpful, funny, or just plain entertaining, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more tips and stories about coins worth money. You're digging through your pocket change, maybe looking for vending machine quarters, or trying to scrape together some lunch money, and suddenly, you spot a penny. Just a regular old Lincoln penny, right? Wrong. Because what if I told you that one of those little brown discs from 1993 could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million today? Yeah, you heard that right. $1 million for a penny. That's more zeros than any penny should ever be responsible for. We're diving into the story of the 1993 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Why is it so special? How can you tell if you have one? And more importantly, how can you turn that penny into a life-changing jackpot? Stick around, because this is going to be a coin adventure you don't want to miss. Let's start with the basics. Most pennies minted in 1993 were made in Philadelphia, but here's the kicker. These coins didn't carry the famous P mint mark. For most years, that's no big deal. But in 1993, there was an ultra-rare batch of pennies that accidentally got a little special treatment. Rumor has it that these coins were struck on high-quality planchets normally reserved for collector's items. So, what's the deal with this no mint mark penny? Only a handful of these coins exist. We're talking single digits here, folks. It's like finding a unicorn in your sock drawer. These pennies are graded as MS 69 or higher. Translation: they're basically flawless. If your penny looks like it's been through the washing machine 5 times, sorry, it's not the one. Anytime a coin is this rare, collectors go bananas. It's like having a piece of history that no one else can brag about. Now, before you sprint to your change jar, let me hit you with a quick checklist. How do you know if you've hit the penny jackpot? First, check for the absence of a mint mark under the date. Next, make sure the coin is from 1993. If it says 1992 or 1994, close but no cigar. Finally, look at the condition. If it's shiny enough to blind you in direct sunlight, you might be onto something. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was helping my uncle clean out his garage. Amid the chaos of dusty baseball cards and a weird collection of vintage lunchboxes, we stumbled across an old coffee can filled with coins. Now, my uncle isn't exactly a coin expert, but I could see his eyes light up when I mentioned the value of rare pennies. Spoiler alert. We didn't find $1 million penny that day, but we did find a 1943 steel penny worth $50. Moral of the story? Don't underestimate those forgotten coin jars. They might just hold your ticket to early retirement. All right, my fellow coin hunters, we've covered a lot today. The 1993 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is the ultimate hidden treasure, a tiny copper disc that could change your life forever. But remember, finding one isn't just about luck. It's about knowing what to look for and keeping your eyes peeled. So, what's your next step? Go check your pockets, your piggy banks, and that weird jar of coins in the back of your closet. Who knows? You might be sitting on $1 million penny and not even know it. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here on this channel, we talk about coins worth money, tips for identifying valuable collectibles, and strategies to turn your change into real change. So join the community, and let's keep hunting for hidden treasures together. Thanks for watching and happy collecting. You're rummaging through an old jar of pennies, hoping to scrape together enough for a cup of coffee and BAM. You stumble upon a little copper gem that could be worth, drumroll, please, $3 million. Yes, we're talking about the mysterious, elusive, and downright legendary 2006 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, stick around because today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to uncover why this penny is turning heads and emptying bank accounts. So, what's the big deal with this penny? Let's break it down. First things first, the 2006 Abraham Lincoln penny is a fairly common coin, minted in the billions. But the key here is the no mint mark. That's right, no little D for Denver or S for San Francisco. Just a plain old penny. Not every 2006 penny without a mint mark is worth millions. The high dollar coin we're talking about is an incredibly rare error coin, possibly a test strike or a misprint. It's the kind of happy accident that coin collectors drool over. Here's where it gets juicy. Back in 2015, a collector bought one of these for a cool $10,000. Fast forward to today, and that same coin, or one just like it, was appraised at $3 million. Yes, you heard me. A penny is now worth more than most houses. I don't know about you, but suddenly, my jar of change is looking a lot more interesting. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was at my grandma's house, helping her clean out some old boxes. She had this gigantic jar of pennies, like, we're talking, I haven't touched this since 1975 big. Being the nosy person I am, I decided to sift through it. And you know what I found? A 1982 penny with a double die error. It wasn't worth millions, but it sold for $75. That's dinner for two at a nice restaurant, all from a penny. Ever since then, I've been hooked on checking my change. It's like playing the lottery, but the ticket only costs a cent. So, if you're one of those people who says, it's just a penny, think again. Alright, let's get into how to spot this elusive coin. This is the obvious one. Look just under the year on the coin. If there's no letter, you might have something special. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth more. Think shiny and flawless. Look closely for any unusual features, like doubling, misalignment, or other irregularities. If you think you've hit the jackpot, don't keep it to yourself. Have it appraised by a reputable coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. And hey, even if your coin doesn't turn out to be worth millions, you've still got a pretty cool story to tell. Plus, you've officially joined the ranks of amateur treasure hunters. Welcome to the club. Now, let's be real. How many of you are already dumping your piggy banks onto the kitchen table? It's okay, no judgment here. Just remember, if your partner asks why you're examining pennies with a magnifying glass, you can confidently say, I'm securing our financial future. So, what's the takeaway here? Don't underestimate the power of a penny. That little copper coin in your pocket might just change your life, or at least buy you a new car. Now, before you dash off to check your change jar, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of coin enthusiasts. I post weekly tips on spotting rare coins, maximizing their value, and all the strategies you need to turn your spare change into serious cash. And hey, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. They might have a treasure hiding in plain sight too. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts. You're rifling through your pocket change, grabbing a soda, or maybe paying for parking, and bam, you've got a penny in your hand. But not just any penny, a plain, unassuming 1987 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Seems boring, right? Wrong. What if I told you this little copper treasure could be worth $1.50 million? Yes, you heard me right. $1 million for a penny. Intrigued? Stick around, because today we're diving into the world of this legendary coin. I'll explain the mystery, the value, and whether you should start rating your couch cushions. Alright, let's start with the basics. A 1987 penny without a mint mark might look like any ordinary coin, but here's the deal. The lack of a mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. Most people think, no mint mark? Big whoop. That's normal. And yes, it is. But for one very specific batch of these pennies, something extraordinary happened. There's a rumor. No, let's call it a legend, that a small number of these pennies were struck with an incredibly rare error or unique feature. Whether it's an off-metal strike, a double die, or something else entirely, these coins are making waves in the collector community. And one of them? It recently sold for $1.5 million at auction. That's the kind of money that can buy you a mansion or, I don't know, a lifetime supply of pizza. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay that much for a penny? Great question. Coin collectors, or numismatists, value rarity, condition, and unique features. It's like Pokemon cards for grown-ups. If a coin has a rare error or is in pristine condition after decades, it becomes a coveted piece of history. And here's where it gets funny. When I first heard about this, I thought, yeah, sure, I'll find one in my spare change. I grabbed a magnifying glass, dumped a jar of pennies on the table, and went full detective mode. Spoiler alert. I didn't find $1 million penny, but I did find one that had gum stuck to it from the 90s. My treasure hunt became a sticky situation real fast. But don't let my bad luck discourage you. Coins like this do exist. The key is knowing what to look for. With a 1987 no-mint mark penny, focus on its condition. Mint state or proof-like coins are worth more, and any unusual features. If you think you've got a winner, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. So, there you have it. Everything you need to know about the 1987 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny and why it's got collectors shelling out millions. Who knew a humble penny could have such a glamorous side? If nothing else, this is your reminder to check your change. You never know. Your next cup of coffee might come with $1 million surprise. Now, here's the deal. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or even just mildly amusing, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I've got tons of tips, stories, and strategies to help you uncover coins worth serious money. Turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about hidden treasures. What if I told you that a humble penny sitting in your pocket could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million? That's right, today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1980 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. This isn't your average coin. It's a tiny piece of history hiding in plain sight. So grab your change jar and settle in because you might be richer than you think. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of why this penny is worth more than some houses, let me share a quick story. Years ago, I found a weird penny in my car's cup holder. It was grimy and didn't look special, but I thought, hey, what if it's one of those rare coins? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But that moment sparked my obsession with coin collecting. If I could turn my cup holder disappointment into a hobby, maybe this penny could turn your luck around. What makes the 1980 mint mark Lincoln penny so special? Let's start with the basics. This penny looks like any other Lincoln penny. Good OL, honest Abe staring off into the distance. But here's the kicker. It has no mint mark. For those new to the coin game, a mint mark is a little letter on the coin that tells you where it was made, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. The 1980 Lincoln penny, however, was accidentally minted without any mark. It was produced in Philadelphia, but someone forgot to stamp it with the iconic P. Big deal, it's just a missing letter. But in the coin world, rarity equals value. And this penny? It's a unicorn. Only a handful of these no-mint mark pennies made it out into circulation, which is why collectors go bananas over them. Here's the juicy part. The 1980 no-mint mark penny isn't just rare, it's in demand. Wealthy collectors and auction houses are willing to shell out big bucks for coins like this. In fact, one of these pennies was sold at auction for $1.6 million. Imagine paying for a soda with a penny, only to find out later it was worth more than a Ferrari. That's the kind of story that keeps me up at night. But it's not just about the rarity. The coin's condition plays a huge role. If you've got one of these pennies and it's in mint state, meaning it's practically flawless, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Alright, here's where you get to play treasure hunter. Grab your loose change and start looking for these key details. The year 1980.no mint mark under the year. A clean, unblemished surface. The shinier, the better. If you find one, don't start celebrating just yet. Take it to a professional coin grader to confirm its authenticity. And hey, don't go rubbing it for luck. It might lose value. Let me tell you about the time I thought I hit the jackpot. I found a shiny 1980 penny with no mint mark. I was ecstatic. I rushed to a local coin shop only to have the expert burst my bubble. Turns out, it was just a common Philadelphia penny. No big payday for me. But hey, at least I got a funny story out of it. The moral of the tale? Not every coin is a treasure, but the thrill of the hunt makes it all worthwhile. There you have it. The fascinating tale of the 1980 mint mark Lincoln penny worth $1.6 million. Who knew a simple penny could turn into a millionaire maker? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious, it's always worth checking your change. And now, here's my challenge for you. Go dig through your couch cushions, car cup holders, and old piggy banks. Who knows? You might just strike gold or copper in this case. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons of tips, tricks, and stories about coins that could make you money. Let's turn your spare change into a fortune, one penny at a time.